Hi guys, welcome back to another monthly wrap-up. I had another fantastic reading month, so let's get into the books that I read in April. So the first two books are from my reading vlog. Okay, so the first book that I read this month was Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. This is the second book to Done and Dusted, which is the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I really enjoyed this. I believe I gave it a 4 stars on Goodreads. I kind of remember what happened. It's been, I don't know, every time I finish a month, the books in the beginning I low-key forget about. But our main girl character, Ada, goes to Meadowlark to do an interior design project on one of the old houses on the ranch. The first day she's there, she ends up going to a dive bar and she runs into our main guy character, Weston, which is her boss, and they end up kissing, but she does not know it at the bar that it is her boss. She eventually finds out that that's her boss, and it's just their story, and it's really cute, and I really enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't a 5 stars, and it wasn't above a 4, but I really enjoyed it for what it was. I actually read it pretty quickly, if you guys saw. I know in that video I low-key kind of forgot to even be filming, but anyways, I really enjoyed it and I would recommend this series, and I'm excited for the next book. April's reading vlog was a mood reading video, and I was going to read one romance and one fantasy, but after I read the first book, which was Swift and Saddled, I realized that I was not in a fantasy mood, and I literally skipped a few days of reading. And then I decided that I was just gonna not pick up fantasy because I didn't want to get into a book slump. So I went ahead and picked up another romance, as you guys saw in that video, and I ended up picking up Heartless by Elsie Silver, which is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series. I love this. I gave this a 5 stars. I don't know what she did with Cade in this book, but all men. I need all men to be like Cade. I absolutely adored this book. It does have a kid in it. I know a lot of people don't like kids in books. I personally love it. I think they add such a cute touch to the story, and I love it. So basically, Cade is a father, and he needs a nanny for the summer. In the beginning, he doesn't want just anybody, obviously. So Summer, which is our main girl from the first book, and Cade's dad have been trying to help him find a nanny for the summer, and he's just being very picky, which is understandable. And Summer ends up telling him that she knows somebody that would be perfect for the job, and he's like, okay, let's meet her, which ends up being Summer's best friend, Willa. And basically, it's just Willa helping him nanny, and it's just them two together. I absolutely love Cade and Willa so much. Their story is amazing, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. I had fun reading it. I laughed while I was reading it. I really enjoyed it, and I gave it a 5 stars. So that was basically the premise of the book. Cade is one of the Eaton brothers. We get one of the Eaton brothers in the first book. I'm pretty sure that's Rhett. And then yeah, so we get books of all the Eaton brothers, and then I think we get a couple of their friends. I'm not 100% sure. I only have read this one. I want to read the third one in May, but really enjoyed Cade and Willa's story, and the little boy in here added so much to it, and it was so cute, and I highly recommend. So far, I highly recommend the Chestnut Spring series. I'm sure I'm gonna love the rest of them. The first two, actually this one and the first one, have been 5 stars for me, so I 100% recommend them. Now we're getting to the 2 books that I did not have in reading vlogs, and let me just tell you, like I said, I had such a good reading month. So if you guys have been keeping up and watching my wrap-ups, you guys will have noticed that I have read a Boys of Tommen book every month. Well, January I read 2, but you know the point. Taming 7 came out in April. When I tell you I was not mentally prepared for this book, I don't know what Chloe Walsh put in here. I don't know what she did with Gypsy, but I absolutely loved Gypsy. I was so excited for his book. I loved him in every single one of the other books. As you guys can see, look at this. Look at these tabs. When I tell you I could have cried, there was a point, so when I read, this isn't very long, but I like sometimes listening to the audiobooks at work because I don't want to, like this book I especially wanted to listen to because I just didn't want to stop. I wanted to continue listening and actually read it and stuff. I didn't want to stop because I was so invested in the story. So I listened to it at work, and there was a part in this book where I literally just did that. I was literally listening to it at work. I was doing work, and I literally said, and I stood there because I was speechless at what happened. Obviously can't tell you, this is the 5th book in the series, and obviously that would spoil everything. Even telling you that would spoil it, even if you've plan on reading this, even if you're at this book, that it would spoil it for you because it's something that is very, very important to the story. I absolutely loved Gypsy. I love Claire and Gypsy together, but some of the things Claire did in here wasn't necessarily things I would have done, and personally wasn't my favorite. I don't know. I don't want to say I love Claire and Gypsy together, but honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I love them as separate people, and I think Gypsy deserves better. I love them as people separately, and I love them together at the same time. I don't know. But if you guys cannot tell, I gave Taming 7 a 5 stars. Literally am speechless about this book. I literally don't even know what to say. Honestly, I can't say too much because it is the 5th book, but this is about Claire and Gypsy and their story and stuff. How this ended, I really don't see us getting another Claire and Gypsy book, which sucks because I would love to see Claire grow as a person, and I would also obviously love to see more Gypsy. Like, I need more Gypsy in my life. But how this ended, I feel like it ended, I don't know, I need more, and I hope we get another Claire and Gypsy book because we have gotten 2 of every couple. So Chloe Walsh, please give us another Claire and Gypsy book. But loved this. Lastly, I just finished this yesterday, I think. No, I finished it Tuesday. A Court of Rings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I'm not going to speak too much on this because, like I say, every time I read one of these books, I am doing a whole reading vlog on this. So all I'm going to say is I really, really enjoyed this one. 5 stars. A million stars, actually. I put that on Goodreads. A million freaking stars. Favorite book so far, probably going to be my favorite book. Because, I don't know, I don't see myself rating the novella pretty high, and I'm not sure on A Court of Silver Flames. I don't even know when I'm going to get to that one, but this is my favorite book of the series, this and A Court of Mist and Fury. That's all I really want to say because, one, I can't tell you guys anything because it's the 3rd book and it would spoil it for you, but I do want to just say that I really, really, really enjoyed this, and I gave it a 5 stars. You guys would just have to wait for the reading vlog to come out because you guys can see my reactions to some of this. So just have to wait and for the reading vlog. But I really, really enjoyed this. I actually need to go back and tab it. I did underline a little bit in here. Definitely not as much as my romance books, but I did underline. So I need to go back and tab. But thoroughly enjoyed this. So you guys have to wait for a more in-depth review when I post the reading vlog. So these are the 4 books that I read in April. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm hoping in May I can get to a 5th book. We'll have to see. But I had a great reading month. I'm sad that Boys of Tommen is over for now. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I thoroughly enjoyed all my books this month. I had another great reading month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys when I see you.